Hello, Jennifer Samard.
Hello, Patrick Hines.
Sometimes I'm like, I only call you Mother in the podcast, never call you Jen anymore.
I prefer when you call me Mother, and I prefer calling you Papa.
I know. Oh my goodness. I love it so much. How are you?
I'm great. I'm really excited. We're doing season 2, episode 25.
Yes.
A piece of cake.
You and I had a big emotional reaction to certain parts of this episode.
Yes.
Cheesies, just while we got you, join the Facebook group if you don't mind. It's the Golden Girls Deep Dive podcast discussion group. There's so much fun stuff going on in there. We're growing so fast.
Yeah, thanks to the fandom. And I get messages all the time about people who are really becoming friends.
Yes.
And if you're like me and an introvert, you can be a lurker. You don't have to be all social.
One of the cheeses out there has been taking our moments from our episodes and turning them into scenes that they're recording themselves being both you and me. Do that, cheesies. I love it. We will share it far and wide. It is my favorite thing. Make your TikToks about us and we will share them everywhere.
The creativity of the cheesies is incredible.
It's so good.
So we already talked about the episode proper, but it was written by Kathy Spear, Terry Grossman, Mort Nathan, and Barry Finaro.
Yes.
And that'll make sense because there are scenelets in this episode.
And in season 1, when we had an episode like this, it had that many writers.
Exactly.
Yep.
This was directed by Terry Hughes.
Yep.
Original air date, May 9th, 1987. And there was stuff happening in the world.
Yeah.
So this week on the Billboard chart, it was number 3, but it eventually did make it to number 1. And this is U2's famous song, With or Without You.
Oh, with or without you.
With or without you.
Yes.
All right. So obviously it's iconic because we are singing it splendidly, I might add.
Oh, thank you so much.
But it's from the famous studio album, The Joshua Tree.
Yes.
All right. And Bono discussed the meaning of With or Without You because there's lots of talk about that.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
And what he said was it's a lose-lose situation, a should I stay or should I go predicament, if you will. It's a song about an impossible relationship that the singer can't escape, nothing to win and nothing left to lose. While many have assumed that the meaning of this song is about a romantic relationship turned sour, and they would be correct, Bono occasionally offered a second meaning for the song's lyrics. And this is what I found interesting. He wrote it with the other members of U2, Adam Clayton, Larry Mullen Jr., and The Edge, and explained that the lyrics could be interpreted to be about his relationship with himself.
Oh.
I read, I was at least 2 people, the person who is so responsible, protective, and loyal, and the vagrant and idler in me who just wants to run from responsibility, end quote.
Wow.
Wrote that in the book U2 by U2. Quote, I thought these tensions were going to destroy me, but actually, in truth, it is me. That tension, it turns out, is what makes me as an artist. I also think that's just humanity.
Yeah.
You know?
I'll just say that resonates with me this week.
I think it resonates with a lot of people.
Yeah.
Let's get to the show.
Oh, God. Artists are so good. So we open in the kitchen. Blanche is slaving over some hors d'oeuvres. Dorothy enters quickly.
Rushing in, having just fed the minx.
Yeah.
She's there with groceries.
Yeah.
Blanche is wearing a nice cornflower blue pantsuit. Dorothy's wearing a long denim skirt, a blue jean shirt, and a gigantic Miami, Florida sweater. We get a real good look at it.
In Miami.
I gotta say, we're gonna have a real good look at it coming up, but it is nubby. It looks like a cat has been scratching it for 3 weeks.
Yes.
And it also looks like the hottest.
I know.
The sweater you would wear for blizzard season in New York.
I know. At one point in this episode, Blanche is like, I just want to take a long bath. I'm like, isn't it 150 degrees out?
Right. And Dorothy's saying, I picked up the extra ice to throw down my sweater.
They are always in long sleeves, always.
Well, she asks Blanche, aren't you finished with the hors d'oeuvres yet? Blanche is still working on the celery sticks. Just then, Rose comes in from the living room into the kitchen wearing a classic coral dress.
I hate this kind of Rose so much. She's acting so childish. She's so childlike.
I picked up the extra ice. Aren't you finished with the hors d'oeuvres yet?
No, I'm still working on the celery sticks.
Did you finish the decorations, Rose?
No, not yet. I kind of got sidetracked. Look.
This is what you've been doing for the past 45 minutes.
Isn't he cute? I call him Scotty.
Now you can call him garbage.
Rather than doing her task, she's been making balloon animals.
One balloon
It
rabbit.
makes me crazy.
Well, it took her 45 minutes to make Scotty the rabbit.
Dorothy is so pissed. Rose holds it up to Dot to be like, isn't it cute? Dot, as though she has a fucking talon like an eagle, pops the thing.
No, she takes her palms.
Yes.
Like 2 hands on the cheeks of that damn rabbit, just bursts him. You know, it's like that character, the Mountain from Game of Thrones.
Yes.
Just crushes that head.
Oh my God. And
Rose, I have to say, she gives her the same look that she gave us on last week's episode.
Yeah.
After she got hit in the head with the TV guy.
Yeah.
Just like that mad pouty face.
Yeah.
That she got.
I hate it.
I know.
I hate it.
I'm
I want
infantile Rose. You don't like infantile Rose.
I want shipwrecked Rose who's in charge telling everybody to shut up, you speak when spoken to.
Exactly.
But Rose says, I call him Scotty, and Dorothy says, now you can call him garbage. And the way she says it is iconic.
Now you can call him garbage.
Sophia enters. This is where we learn that they are throwing a surprise birthday party for some 87-year-old named Roberta we've never heard of before, and we're never gonna see
What
again.
time did they tell Roberta to get there?
Like 2 o'clock or something?
Like 2 o'clock.
Which is a sensible time for a party. I stand by a 2 p.m. party.
They're going to be in bed by 7:30.
Samesies.
And Dorothy's got to start drinking by 4. It's got to be at 2.
This is my theory. I'm sticking to it. Dorothy goes to her room at 4 in the afternoon to drink alone.
And when did Dorothy become the orderer around her? She orders Rose to help Blanche with the hors d'oeuvres.
I know. She's no longer the Wiedenfrugen.
I know.
Cut her some slack.
Exactly.
The other day, I found myself at home, Steve giving me a list of chores, and I was like, I need a Wiedenfrugen. I
always say, I need a wife.
I know, honestly.
We see Sophia, by the way, playing with the yellow lid on the salt and pepper shakers. Did we get an answer?
No, because this is from last week.
Right. So, well, right, but they're there this week, too.
Right.
So I have it here, too, because I still don't know the answer.
Yeah.
Because we're recording on the same day.
2
episodes.
in a row, yeah.
All right. So by the time this episode comes out, I'm sure some cheesecake will have filled me in on the asinineness of Jennifer, that I don't know what those are. Right?
Totally.
So.
Right. Jim Colucci probably wrote 10 chapters about it. So this is where everyone starts looking for the cake. Like, Dorothy's looking in the fridge. Blanche is asking where the cake is. Everyone's like, Sophia, where's the cake? And she's like,
Oh, Ma, what'd you do with the cake?
I didn't do anything. I haven't seen it yet either.
What do you mean you haven't seen it? You were supposed to bake it.
I was?
Oh, Ma. You forgot.
I didn't forget. I wanted to make sure it was fresh. I'll bake it now.
Oh, honey, Roberta's going to be here in 45 minutes. I don't think you have time to bake a cake.
45 minutes. In 45 minutes, I can bake 2 cakes and knit you a sweater. Out of my way. The maestro approaches the podium.
Sophia says she can do anything. Get out her way.
She says, I can bake 2 cakes and knit you a sweater for that Miami frost.
For those chilly Miami mornings.
Exactly.
She says the maestro approaches the podium as she's going over to the stove.
Right. And we're about to take that walk down memory lane.
Yeah.
To lead us in, Rose is saying, gee, I hope Sophia finishes in time. You can't have a good birthday party without a cake.
Now.
And Dorothy's like, oh, really? I seem to recall a party with 3 cakes. That was not so terrific.
Oh, my God.
Holy hell, because here comes one of the greatest scenes in Golden Girls history.
Now, if you were to tell me about Mr. Haha, I would have imagined it was its own episode. It was like
because it looms that large.
Yes, I thought it would be like a B story in its own episode.
Yeah.
I didn't realize it was a flashback scene.
It's a flashback.
This is as iconic as That Was Rude. Like, we are at that level of iconic.
Listen, I have to say, we all know Mr. Haha, the actor who plays Mr. Haha. We already did deep dive on him.
We did?
We did, because he played the plumber.
Oh, my
right?
God, that's
Was
right.
it the plumber?
Yes.
I did a little ditty
The one
on
that was
him.
like carrying in the toilet?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Oh, my God.
So, we do a close-up on Dorothy's face.
Well, because where we are, we're in a birthday room somewhere, and it's like 3 tables full of kids celebrating birthday parties.
All children.
And then Rose and Blanche and Dorothy. And Sophia's not there, by the way, because this was, according to the story, back when Sophia still lived at Shady Pines.
She still lived at the home.
At the home.
But we see that they're sitting at this small table, red and white checkered tablecloth.
Yes.
We see a background filled with balloons and like clown puppets. But we're at, turns out, Mr. Haha's hot dog hacienda.
Oh, my God.
A ha-ha dog is fun to eat.
Welcome to Mr. Haha's Hot Dog Hacienda! I have lots of fun planned for you for this afternoon, but you have to finish your Mr. Haha dog first, because a ha-ha dog is fun to eat. A ha-ha dog is a great big treat. A ha-ha dog is a great big treat. And it's only $1.79 without a beverage. Woo! See you soon, kids!
Listen.
Ha dog is really neat.
You and Mr.
dog is
Ha
a great
and Rose
big treat.
know all the words. Rose is like, she's bopping along with the song.
Loves it.
So funny. I am starving for a hot dog. All I can think of is how desperately I would like a hot dog.
You know, I used to hate hot dogs.
Yeah.
And now I could get behind one.
I know. We were just on a vacation in Mexico where it was like an all-inclusive and they had a hot dog bar. I was like, am I never leaving Mexico?
Exactly.
Did I come to Mexico to chow on hot dogs? I certainly did.
Hilarious. Well, again, one of the funniest moments. Rose says,
Isn't this fun?
Dorothy, you haven't even touched your Mr. Ha-Ha dog.
You're right. Yeah, I touched it.
Hulk smash.
As though it is a TV guide and Rose's head, she smashes that hot dog. I mean,
Chips. You hear it all crumble.
I even think it was one of those moments where B. Arthur was like, didn't even know her own strength.
Honestly.
'Cause she pulls her hand up and she's like picking the hot dog pieces out of her fingers.
Not since Aaron did the flipper.
I know.
But again, in classic B. Arthur dryness,
Yeah.
there I touched it. Oh.
Rose finally is like, oh God, like you're actually not having any fun, are you? And Dorothy, am I that transparent?
And look, you see Rose start to get genuinely upset. And
Yes.
Dorothy now has to spend energy making Rose feel better because she's made her cry.
Because we learned that Rose was like, I was trying to do something fun and interesting for you because you're always complaining about how boring your birthday parties are. Take her indoor skydiving, Rose. You know what I mean? Like, can't you imagine Dot putting on that indoor skydiving suit and just
And
like,
right, her face is just flapping in the wind.
that hair just everywhere. Do you know I looked into indoor skydiving? It is insanely expensive. And you get about 1 minute of flight time. 1 minute. But then I'm like, is there enough wind in the world to get me off the ground?
Stop that. Don't talk about my friend Patrick like that.
Like, I'm going to lay down on this thing and I'm going to let a fucking fan blow me into the ceiling.
And I worry that I'll get motion sickness.
Oh, really?
Would I? Me just throwing up in the room and whoever goes in there, the faint smell.
Yeah. The thing that I like about the idea of them indoor skydiving is that it's giving grab that dough. You know what I mean? It feels very much like that self-contained tube where they drop the money.
We should do that sometime because I think I would like
Would you go indoor skydiving?
I would because I think when I think of skydiving, I do think it would be nice to feel that sensation.
Yeah.
But I'm not into risking my life to do it.
And I'm desperately afraid of heights. But I would go, if you and me should go indoor skydiving.
Let's do it.
Oh
It's a
my
date.
God. Oh, all right.
We're doing it.
We got to bring Aaron with us to film all the social media. Oh my God. We're going to go indoor skydiving.
We're going. It's done. I'm so excited.
And I know where we can go. There's one we'll hop in my car. It's 20 minutes away.
We're going to do it.
Oh my God.
By the way, they do bring up the drinks because when I saw them in the long shot, I was like, holy hell, those are the biggest cups I've ever seen. Turns out they're 32-ounce cherry burpees.
Okay, I'm quit. I won't do this anymore. The idea of Rose burping, it makes me like she's so thrilled at the idea of this cherry burpee.
He threw off his headphones.
Sorry,
Cheesecake.
I'm trying to be a grown-up, but Rose makes it so hard. The cherry burpee of it all.
All right. Well,
imagine Rose's internal gas.
Oh.
No, thank you.
Let me help you get out of that section then. Because you know why? We hear a drum roll.
Yeah.
Mr. Ha-Ha has come back out.
Oh my God.
You can see it coming a mile away, but Dorothy has her fist propped up on her lower left jowl.
Yeah.
And her eye,
what now?
Lower left jowl.
I just love the word jowl. It's like, it sounds mean.
Because it's Mr. Ha-Ha's birthday roundup, Patrick.
Yes.
And it's like that magic mirror moment from Romper Room. We can see it coming a mile away, right?
Yeah.
But he says, when I call your name, please come up on stage.
Dorothy is begging Rose for this not to be real.
Please say you didn't do this.
Jeannie Taylor!
Please tell me you didn't.
Dorothy Zbornak! Dorothy Zbornak!
Dorothy, stop that. You're making a fool of yourself. Mr. Ha-Ha's looking at you.
Are you Dorothy Zbornak?
That's right.
Get up on stage, Dorothy!
Get bent, ha-ha.
Come on, kids. Let's give Dorothy a great big ha-ha cheer! Dorothy! 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 Dorothy!
So she does go up on stage. There's 3 teeny tiny orange plastic kindergarten chairs. It's like a tiny NR train.
It's true.
You know, Dorothy is sitting in the center between a tiny girl on her left. From our eye point, it's her right. I know, I can't. I'm always thinking like an actress. So on her right, she's wearing a pink dress, and there's a little boy on the left with bright red hair.
Yes.
And she keeps looking at the kid with the red hair, and he keeps looking up at her. It's already funny.
Oh my God, it's so good.
And I'll be goddamn, that goddamn ha-ha starts naming their ages. God damn it, ha-ha.
I know. Bobby is 7, Jeannie is 9, and Dorothy
I'll
is...
punch your heart out, ha-ha. Dorothy's the oldest. Which is a great line.
Oh my God.
And as the oldest Patrick, guess what? You get to lead the birthday parade.
Now, this is so iconic. He takes the birthday parade leader's hat and puts it on Dorothy's head. The way they zoom in on the humiliated Dorothy.
And this hat, it's so homemade. This little felt white hat, felt construction paper dots in green and blue, dots for dot.
Oh my God.
And she's marching around, but like barely, she's sauntering.
I mean,
a saunter of shame.
And I can imagine in Rose's mind when she was putting this together for Dorothy, thinking that like Dorothy was going to have the time. Like Dorothy's my grumpy friend, but she's going to think this is
Rose
charming.
Would love this.
A 1,000,000%.
Rose's dream come true.
Yes.
It does set up. I love how many, and we know this with like the whole, this episode, lesbians. Like how many times Rose has done things like this, right?
Yes.
But they're marching around. Rose is clapping and loving it. But Dorothy sees ha-ha at one point. She's like, don't prolong this. I know what car you drive, ha-ha. To which ha-ha says,
the parade's over. Because now it's time for the ha-ha hot fudge cake.
Right.
Free for all my birthday boys and girls, only $1.98 for the rest of you.
That's right. And now you really start to see the contention between Dorothy and Mr. Ha-ha.
Yeah, because Dorothy doesn't want the cake to begin with.
Right.
And the waitress is there like handing them out.
And I can empathize with Mr. Ha-ha. He's trying to put on a show. She's basically a heckler.
100%.
You know, and
I'm on Ha-ha's side.
Right,
it's not his fault.
You know, and he's like, just lighten up.
Yeah,
you know?
exactly.
And she threatens to throw a cake in his face. Right. He tells her, I wouldn't if I were you, because Mr. Music's brother is Mr. Lawyer. It's also not a very adult thing to do, which is a perfect setup for what's coming next.
Yeah, because Dorothy says, I can't do it, but Bobby can. Bobby taps Mr. Ha-ha on the shoulder. He turns around. Bobby slams the cake into Ha-ha's face. Now, the way B. Arthur laughs here is
really her.
That's exactly what I wrote.
Because also, Bobby's so funny. This is brilliant writing. He just says to her, Happy birthday, Dorothy.
And you can tell that B is feeling like the boy is very endeared to her.
I mean,
like she
you
thinks
can
he's
see
adorable.
her heart melt.
I
have the same thing.
Yeah, it's very clearly B and not Dorothy.
Which I love.
Which I love too, because we know that like Dorothy, that B has said, like doing the Golden Girls wasn't a happy time for her.
But we've also heard from everyone who knew her that she was so sensitive in a beautiful way.
Yes.
And like really just a lovely human being.
Yeah, so to hear her and to really see her have that really sweet moment, that it almost feels like she doesn't know it's being recorded or something.
Exactly.
You know, it's very good. And if I'm that little boy, I would watch that 100. I'd watch it every day.
Yeah.
Like I made B. Arthur smile like that.
Exactly.
You know?
So we're back in real time. Sophia is furiously making a cake at a stove.
Yeah.
It's apparently a rum cake, and she is pouring that rum and drinking it herself.
It's not a rum cake. That's the thing. She says she's got all the ingredients she needs. Coconut, eggs, unbleached flour, rum. Oh, you're making a rum cake? No.
Exactly.
And she just pours like a full cup of dark rum into a cup
just
for her.
drinking it, right?
Totally.
Let me just tell you, Cheesies. I sent Patrick a screenshot of my notes on this section.
Yeah.
All I had was, no.
I voice memoed you because I watched this. You know that I'm not the biggest Rose fan, and I'm not the biggest like sappy moments fan.
Right.
I'm gonna cry now. Like
you're not alone. I watched it yesterday.
Yeah.
We compared notes this morning.
This is so beautifully done. This is so well written, so well acted. Be White, my hat is off to you.
I mean, and not without my Emmy.
Yeah.
I hope she submitted that for the Emmy.
I know.
Holy hell.
Because now what's happening is we're going back to the last birthday cake Rose ever made for herself in St. Olaf.
Right. And it's just, I can't even talk about it without crying.
I know.
But let's talk about other things. The background of her kitchen.
Yes.
I love that there's a through line of copper bakeware on the walls.
Yeah.
So I'm thinking some of those, maybe they're hers.
Yeah,
to some
like the ones
degree.
that made it to Miami.
Maybe, I don't know.
Yeah.
And did you notice the mug in the background that says Ufta?
No.
Yeah, go back and look. It's really cute.
Oh.
But I will say this, Cheesecakes. I was sobbing yesterday.
Yeah.
I couldn't get through it.
No, me either.
I actually had to stop watching this section. I had to fast forward.
Yeah.
It just brought up grief of all kinds.
Yeah, I know. It's true.
And I couldn't get through it. And I'm sure we're not alone, Patrick. But
No.
like we were laughing this morning. He said he was sobbing. I was keening.
Yeah.
You know, like I just was like, oh
Yeah.
my holy hell.
Well, because the whole thing is, like, we'll go through the monologue, but like this is Rose's last like cake that she's baking in St. Olaf. So Charlie, we're gonna find out, has died 8 months ago, and Rose, like so there's a birthday cake and 2 pots of tea on the table. Rose leaves the room and then walks back in and pretends to be like surprised by the cake as though Charlie's put it there for her. Now, the only thing I'll point out is that we know that Charlie died 15 years before she meets Dorothy and Blanche.
Right.
This is like Rose from yesterday. You know what I mean?
Right,
so,
right.
you know, all for the show or whatever.
Yeah.
But she sits down and she's talking directly to Charlie. This is, as an actor, has got to be a difficult thing to do.
Yeah. I would just say this. What you forget in these moments is that you have a lot of people, stagehands, writers, directors, you name it. They're all looking at you, but you're looking at an empty chair.
Yeah.
But having to not only imagine, you know, the person with whom you're talking about in the scene, in this case, Charlie, but depending on the acting school that you come from, she has to find it within her to source that truth.
Yes.
And source that pain.
Yes.
You know, whatever.
While also
you know.
doing a sitcom.
Correct. But I would say that every comedic actor I know, I think they would agree with me. I can't speak for everyone, but I think the comedic actors I know would share the value of the sad clown.
Yeah.
And that comedians can all do drama.
Yeah.
But you can't say the same for not all dramatic actors can do comedy.
Yes.
That's one reason why, and I will say this about myself, why I take it so personally when dramas or those who are in a drama are revered more than comedic actors, because comedy is harder to do.
Yeah. Oh my God. 100%.
And yet it is not as respected
Yeah.
as the dramas.
Yeah. Oh my God. It's true.
So anyway,
Yeah.
she did a great job.
So, you know, we'll go through it, and she's saying she's blowing out her candles.
What we find out is the real crux of this, which is also so sweet, the build up to this, is she basically is looking for his permission and blessing by telling him.
I've decided to sell the house and leave St. Olaf, Charlie. The winters are rough here in Minnesota. And this place is too filled with memories to let me get on with my life. I need to start over without you, Charlie. And I think this is the best way. But I know that wherever I am, you'll be right there with me. I love you, Charlie. I miss you.
This is where we hear the beginning of her saying, the winters here are so hard. And I'm thinking about going to Florida.
That's right.
And he's only been gone for 8 months. I know. You poor thing. I love you so much. Are you okay?
Yeah, it's just really hard.
Yeah. Yeah.
But she says she knows that wherever she is, he'll be there with her.
Yes.
And then the Emmy goes to Betty White when she says, I love you, Charlie. I miss you.
Yeah.
And then, I'm sorry, it's my birthday. You know the rules. I get the rose. Fuck you. These writers. How dare they?
I know.
Oh, it's so good.
I know. It's so good.
Sorry.
I love you, Mother.
All right, did we do enough on that? Can we move the fuck on?
Well, all right, for some comic relief, we're back in the kitchen, and Sophia is now hammered making the cake.
Yeah, she says she's putting in a pinch of baking soda. They are several rounded tablespoons.
And she, during this, Ma, that looks like an awfully big pinch. Sophia, who cares?
And they sit her down because they know she's drunk.
Blanche says, Sophia, you should sit down. Sophia goes, I am sitting. She's standing at the stove.
Exactly.
It's hilarious. And this pint glass that was full of rum is now half empty.
You see it. It is almost empty.
Like,
right?
Who in their right mind could drink like warm, dark rum just like straight from a glass?
Right. All of this is a segue into milestone birthdays and, thinking that Roberta's is a milestone. But they're like, no, it's not. She's 88. And then we get the real milestones. And Rose is talking about when she turned 50. And I almost spit out my drink.
Yeah.
Because I was like, Jesus, I've turned 55 years ago during the pandemic.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
You look good, Mother.
Thank you. I know. Someone said to me, I know. I'm going to leave it there. I know.
No, I know.
do look good.
I do look good.
I know. Someone said the other day, I look like I'm in my late 30s. I'm like, okay.
100.
Listen,
You're a bombshell.
thank you so much. But this is all leading us to a throwback to Sophia's 50th birthday.
Yeah. And so it's Brooklyn, April 1956. And we're back in Sophia's old Brooklyn apartment. Now, Sal, remember, Sophia's husband was Sal.
Right.
Sal and Sophia are fighting in the bedroom, which is offstage. We see the set.
Right.
We hear them fighting.
Fine. That's the way you feel, Sophia. I'm staying right here.
Fine. Stay there forever, you big butchagaloop. I cursed the day I ever met you.
Double.
Ma, it's me, Dorothy. Happy birthday, Ma.
Ah, shut up.
Answer me this.
Yeah.
Sal is a major part of this scene.
Yes.
We hear him, but we do not see him.
Yeah.
What is going on?
Keep in mind, because I do have a ditty on the actor who played Sal.
Yeah.
I can, because I'm sure you have one on our favorite guest star ever.
Yes, the young Dorothy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I thought I'd do him at the end.
Yeah. But I'm just
will-
wondering, like, why did he not get any screen time?
I will say this. I think it's for a few reasons. Number one, he did appear in 8 episodes.
Oh, wow.
That's a lot.
Yeah.
All in like a flashback situation.
Yeah.
But I think it was just the comedy of it, that it's funny hearing someone yell through the bedroom door.
Yeah, I guess that's true. It just feels weird to like that he's there and we never see him. It's
I know,
weird.
but it's something, I don't know if it was the director's choice, but I really liked it.
Yeah.
Overall, the issue is Sophia's having a bit of a midlife crisis.
Yes.
You know?
Right, because she thought she was turning 48. But it
Right.
turns out that last night when they were watching TV, Sal found the paperwork from when they came over through Ellis Island and immediately lost their accents.
Right.
Something picked up the minx, lost their accents. There was a paperwork error, and this year she's not turning 48 like she thought. She's actually turning 50. And what I think is so lovely is that, you know, Dorothy knocks on the door. And Estelle, as Sophia, leaves the bedroom to go answer the front door for Dorothy. And it's Estelle without the wig.
Yeah.
Which I think is great. We're seeing Estelle with her like red hair.
I think that's when I realized in real time in high school that Estelle Getty was younger than I thought.
Yes. Because I mean, at the time, like she was making that movie Mannequin that we've talked about.
And
like,
this wasn't the time of the Google and the internet.
Exactly.
I mean, this is, you know, so I was like, oh my God, she's young.
Yeah. So young Dorothy enters. We love this woman.
Holy hell.
Should I do my ditty on her right here?
Please do.
Okay. So this woman's name is Linnie Lynn Green. She was born May 21st, 1954 in Newton, Massachusetts. Of her childhood, she says, I had a traumatic adolescence. I wore glasses, had braces on my teeth, and was very tall, and carried a flute case to school. So I think that being tall was maybe like the most traumatic thing. She goes, I've always been tall. When I was 8, I had to carry a birth certificate to prove I was entitled to get into movies for the under 12 price. I was in tears most of the time. And she is like, she's a lanky gal.
Yeah.
You know, gorgeous figure. Like she's so beautiful. But
well, and that lankiness is what we love so much about her as her portrayal of Dorothy, because she mimics her body language so much.
It's perfect.
So ideally.
So her attitude eventually changes. She says, it took me 23 years to learn that being tall is great. She said, pointing out that tall women wear clothes nicely and that they can overeat without having it show. She did lots of performing throughout her childhood. She went to Juilliard to study acting. She graduated in 1976. Her post-college life got off to an auspicious start when she won $10,000 on the game show Pyramid that same year.
Oh, yeah.
10 grand.
That's a lot of
on
money.
Pyramid. I mean, back then that was probably equivalent to like 30 grand or something. Like
a lot of money.
In today money. In 1977, she got her first big break when she was cast in the CBS sitcom On Our Way with Bess Armstrong.
I love Bess Armstrong.
Do you know who she is?
Yes.
She was the mom on My So-Called Life. That's what I mostly know her for.
I've mentioned this in many interviews that I've done, but you can find it on YouTube.
Yeah.
My favorite production that was filmed of Barefoot in the Park, starring Bess Armstrong, Richard Thomas.
Oh, wow. I love him.
Yes.
John Boy Welton.
But Barbara Barry is the mother.
Oh.
My Barbara Barry. And it is the best casting in the world. You must go watch it. It's
Oh, my
you
God.
can see Act 1 and Act 2, and it's just a fabulous production.
And I just love her. Jillian and I made a podcast about My So-Called Life. Like, I got really into Bess Armstrong. I love her.
Great.
But Dixie Carter was also on the show. So like, they were 3 of the series regulars. So she was one of the 4 main stars of the show, but the show only lasted 1 season. And that's pretty much her biggest credit. So, and then from there, she worked like steadily on guest starring roles throughout the 80s and 90s, including 4 episodes of The Golden Girls. But in addition to television, she appeared in a number of theater productions. Notably, she recreated the role of Comrade Charlotte in the 1987 reworking of the Candor and Ebb musical Flora the Red Menace, for which she received a Drama Desk nomination. And get this, she was the original Emma Goldman in the off-Broadway production of Stephen Sondheim's Assassin in 1990.
Oh my God.
Isn't that amazing? She said in an interview once, "I wouldn't choose any other height. Actually, I'm only 5'11" and I'm happy. It would be nice, though, if the men were a little taller. I've lost lots of Broadway parts because the men were too short."
I have an issue with the word only.
I know.
Only 5'11"? Wow, girl.
I know. Tall lady.
That's supermodel height, you know?
That's true.
Beautiful.
In the late 90s, she decided to step away from acting and pursue work behind the camera, which ended up being a great decision for her. As a writer and producer, she's worked on some of the most successful TV series of the last few decades. Her credits include Jag, Nip Tuck, and Masters of Sex. Masters of Sex is recent.
I mean, this makes me so happy because I was going to get mad. Like, here's this New England girl.
Yeah.
We got to stick together, us New Englanders.
Yes.
You know, and she went to Juilliard, for God's sake.
I know.
But that's what I mean about the whims of this acting business.
Yeah.
And she's
I love
so
her.
goddamn good.
She's so good. And get this, my favorite thing.
Yeah.
Today, Lynn Green is happily married to her wife, Meg Fisher.
Yes.
She's a teacher and a foster parent, and they live happily in Santa Fe, New Mexico.
I mean, get it.
How amazing is that?
That is amazing. Well, she's brilliant in this episode.
So
and,
good.
You know, look, lots of jokes ensue, but I love that Sal is like,
As far as this old lady business, you're acting like an ass. You don't look 50. You don't look 48. You're as beautiful as the day I married you.
Oh, Salvador. Tell me that again.
You're acting like an ass.
He's right. Salvador, open the door. We have a birthday party to go to.
So she's standing outside the bedroom and she goes in and like they basically just have makeup sex and we hear her groaning.
I mean, exactly. And, you know, Dorothy, like any child, doesn't want to hear their parents having sex, no matter how old you are. But what I love as Mama Cheesecake, who's known for 3-hour
sessions, marathon sessions.
You know, she's just like, well, you know, we'll be there in an hour. Dorothy, better make that 2 hours. And they never end up showing up.
No. There's this really funny exchange where they are continuing to fight. Now, Sophia's out in the living room with Dorothy. Sal's still in the bedroom. And Sophia calls Sal a miserable, no good, insensitive bum. And they're just exchanging barbs, right?
Mm-hmm.
You know, she's saying, like, may you lose the 3 hairs you have left on your head. And Sal says, may you lose your tweezers so your eyebrows meet and cover the wart on your forehead. Sophia says that's not a wart, it's a beauty mark. Shots fired.
Oh, yeah.
Sal goes, on Sophia Loren, it's a beauty mark. On you and Khrushchev, it's a wart. Damn. I've got a mini ditty on Sophia Loren.
Yes, give it to me.
All right, this is wild.
Okay.
So obviously there's way too much to cover. I mostly just focused on the most salacious stuff I could find. Yeah. So she's born September 20th, 1934 in Rome, Italy. Quote, she rose above her poverty-stricken origins in post-war Naples to become universally recognized as one of Italy's most beautiful women and its most famous movie star. So her first film role was as an extra, one of many slave girls in the American production of a movie called Quo Vadis in 1951. Her career was launched in a series of low-budget comedies before she attracted critical and popular attention with Aida, which she made in 1953, in which she lip-synced the singing of Renata Tebaldi in the title role.
Oh, wow.
Her star, rises from there, right? She wins an Academy Award in 1960 for a movie called Two Women. And interestingly, her Best Actress win for this was the first Oscar ever given for a performance in a foreign language film.
Oh.
It was so good, and it wasn't even in English.
That's great.
Which is incredible. It's so amazing. And this is what really puts Sophia Loren on the map as an international star.
Yeah.
You don't even need to know what she's saying to know how just incredible she is.
Yeah, she was my dad's favorite actress.
Was she?
He just had such a...
boner?
I'm not going to say that about my father. But if you could say like,
Sorry, hard on.
but you're like, the list, if you're allowed to have the list.
Oh, yeah.
Of who you were allowed.
Hall pass.
Yeah, the hall pass. I
Yeah.
think she was his number one.
Oh, I love. I mean, that's what everybody says.
Yeah.
Her Academy Award was quickly stolen by thieves who ransacked her Italian villa.
How dare they?
How dare they? The Academy eventually replaced it for her for a a small fee.
Oh,
I know.
How dare you?
I mean, here's her check for $100, Academy.
Oh, that makes me so mad.
Now, get this. In 1957, she was the center of a love triangle between Cary Grant and the film producer Carlo Ponti.
No.
Am I saying it wrong?
I think it's Carlo Ponti.
Ponti. And the film producer Carlos Ponti.
Carlo Ponti.
You're correct. And the film producer Carlo Ponti.
I don't think we should cut any of that
out. Both men were married and several decades older than her.
Mm-hmm.
And it gets even creepier than that. She met Cary Grant while making the movie The Pride and the Passion with him. Grant apparently fell instantly in love with Loren.
Oh, he had it bad.
Vowed to divorce his wife to marry her. The pair dated for a while, despite the fact that Grant was married and 30 years her senior.
Mm-hmm.
But Loren did not fall as hard as Grant did, despite the fact that she had grown up with a schoolgirl crush on the movie star. Cary Grant begged Sophia Loren to marry him at the end of the shooting of The Pride and the Passion. Grant was 52 and she was 22. However, at the same time, producer Carlo Ponti, also married and 22 years her senior, stepped forward to also declare that he too was in love with Loren. This is horrendous. The two actually met when Loren was 16 and he was 38.
Mm-hmm.
These are her words. I hate this. She says, "It was love at first sight for both of us. We met at a beauty contest in Rome when I was 16. He was 38.
Mm-hmm.
And he was on the jury. He saw me sitting at a table with friends and sent me a note asking me to join the contest." She was underage.
Mm-hmm.
He was 38. She was 16. She ultimately chooses Carlo, and the couple were married by proxy in 1957 after obtaining annulment documents for his existing marriage from the authorities in Mexico. Like, what
the way
on
you
earth?
Just said that from the authorities in Mexico.
It's as though, like, the American authorities would do that.
This is now a true crime podcast.
Honestly, more Sophia Loren fun facts. Sophia Loren was once sentenced to 30 days in prison for alleged tax evasion in 1980. She had a choice of never going back to Italy ever again, where her family lived, or serving a prison sentence. Sophia Loren, your dad's number one hall pass, served 17 days in prison and was then released and put under house arrest.
Yeah.
House arrest.
House arrest.
She's Drew Barrymore's godmother.
Yes.
Maybe my favorite Sophia Loren fun fact of all. There is a famous picture of her and Jane Mansfield, which is credited as being the first documented instance of side-eye. We know the first time it ever happened. The photo was taken in 1957. 2 years before that, newcomer Loren had skyrocketed to stardom in Europe and had been the most photographed performer at the 1955 Cannes Film Festival. So this picture is taken 2 years later in 1957 at a Beverly Hills party meant to officially welcome Loren to Hollywood. But the Italian bombshell found her spotlight unexpectedly stolen by Mansfield. In a recent interview with Entertainment Weekly, Loren confirms that, yes, she was thinking exactly what it looks like she was thinking. So if you look at the photo, it's a party for Sophia Loren. She's sitting now off to the side of this photo, Jane Mansfield, like right in front of her.
And it's Mansfield. You're saying the S, right?
Am I?
But that's what's funny about it. I think it's Mansfield.
Okay, I think you're right. It is Mansfield. And I just watched the documentary on Jane Mansfield, the Mariska Haggerty, however you say it. Like, I should know how to say this.
So she said, I was thinking exactly what you think I'm thinking. She's off to the side.
Yeah, Loren confirms, yes, I was thinking exactly what it looks like I was thinking. Quote, Paramount had organized a party for me. All of cinema was there. It was incredible. And then comes in Jane Mansfield, the last one to come. For me, now I'm going to say this as it is punctuated.
Mm-hmm.
For me, that was when it got amazing, ... She came right for my table. She knew everyone was watching. She sat down and now she was barely ... Listen, look at the picture. Where are my eyes? I'm staring at her nipples because I'm afraid they're about to come out onto my plate. In my face, you can see the fear. I'm so frightened that everything in her dress is going to blow up, boom, and spill all over the table. You got to look at this picture. Just Google it. I mean,
I
so
know it very
iconic.
well. It's so iconic. And now it's bringing out the artist in me, too. Like, I want to do a recreation of Madeline and Helen.
Oh,
Wouldn't
my
that be
God.
amazing?
That would be genius.
But I would have to check with everyone.
Well, listen, it's just one of those things where it's a party for Sophia Loren. Jane Mansfield is the last person to arrive on purpose. Sophia Loren is shoved to the corner of this picture, and Jane Mansfield's tits are just the whole. I mean, it is unbelievable. Anyway, at 89 years old, Sophia Loren is still alive and thriving.
Yes. But I think the most important thing to talk about is that the reason why, to Patrick's point, that Sophia is so upset at just a 2-year age difference, and I just thought this was beautiful writing.
Yes.
She says,
You don't understand, Dorothy. I always had plans, dreams, things I wanted to accomplish by the time I was 50.
What kind of dreams?
Well, for one thing, I always wanted to be a ballerina.
Ma, I got news for you. I don't think it would have been any easier for you to break into ballet at 48.
That's not the point. I'd still have 2 more years to dream. I can't believe it. I'm 50.
There's also like the misconception that like 50 is death or 40 is death or whatever it is, that like that was a big number to her. She had 2 more years to like dream of becoming a ballerina.
that's right.
You know?
And what I love is the writing that they give young Dorothy about what exactly Sophia has accomplished.
Yeah, and this is really beautiful because Sophia really feels like she hasn't accomplished anything in her time, right? Yeah, Dorothy says,
You haven't accomplished a thing? You raised 3 kids during the Depression and always managed to have food on the table. You held down 2 jobs as far back as I can remember, but somehow you were always there when we needed you. You got me through 4 years of college by helping me pay for it, but also by encouraging me whenever I felt like giving up. Do you want me to go on, Ma? Because we could be here all night.
she just needs to be reminded by her daughter that, like, I see you. I know what you've done. Maybe you're not a famous ballerina, but, like, you matter.
And also, as a woman, may I just say, a woman going through 4 years of college at this time was a big deal.
Absolutely.
You know?
Especially one that tall.
Stop it. All right. So we're back in real time.
Yeah.
And we're segueing into a flashback about a surprise party that the girls threw for Blanche.
The one thing we know about this surprise party is that Rose and Dorothy have only lived with Blanche for like a little time. They're new roommates.
Right. So we're in the kitchen. Rose is decorating a chocolate cake with yellow rosettes. Dorothy has come in from the garage. This is pre-minx.
Pre-minx.
Right.
Although the minx are like right around the corner.
They're right.
That happened early on.
Oh, yeah. So she's carrying a cake box. Rose is looking pretty, in my opinion, in a bright aqua dress. Dorothy is also looking pretty in a pink and white slouchy number. But they get into a fight because Dorothy says,
What are you doing?
Decorating Blanche's birthday cake. There, it's finished.
I told you I would pick up the cake.
Oh, I know, but back where I come from, most people won't eat store-bought.
Rose, where you come from, most people live in windmills and make love to polka music.
Stop it, Dorothy. You're making me homesick.
the thing that she thought was a sleigh is just the truth. It's just the truth.
Live in windmills. There's a knock at the door, and they're like running out. This the only time in this series they're like, "We're coming."
Yeah.
To like, I was like, that never happens before.
Exactly. Just panicked. Everyone panicked.
But it's Sophia, who, remember, hasn't moved in yet. She still lives at the home.
Right.
Dorothy is shocked. Like, Mom, what are you doing here? You just had a stroke.
And she looks great for someone who just had a stroke.
Honestly.
She looks amazing.
But she's a little confused because, like, Sophia's like, I'm fine. I'm 100% fine. Knock wood. She knocks on the wood herself and then says, come in. Like, it's good
very
physical comedy.
It's very funny. So they tell her, look, we're throwing a surprise party for Blanche, a birthday party. So I want you to go out to the lanai and mingle with the other guests.
Yeah.
And Sophia's like, what's a lanai? They say the porch. Excuse me, Crystal Carrington. For those youths out there.
It's very funny.
Crystal Carrington was one of the lead characters on the very popular 80s nighttime soap opera called Dynasty.
She's like one of the fancy rich ladies.
Yes. Played by Linda Evans.
Yeah. So Blanche enters. She's crying and upset, and they're new friends.
Yes.
They don't really know what to do. Blanche is saying she wants to go take a warm bath on a 200-degree day in Miami.
No, she has the blues, and she's wearing the blue outfit to match her blues.
Yes.
And she says,
Blanche, what's wrong?
Nothing. I just want to go soak in a hot bath and forget all about today.
Oh, okay.
No. Well, girls, I know we haven't lived together very long, but see, when I come home mad like this and say nothing's wrong, then it's up to you to draw what's really wrong out of me.
Blanche, what's wrong?
Nothing.
Okay.
Oh, all right, quit badgering me. I didn't want to tell you this, but Today's my birthday.
So now they sit down and Blanche is explaining to them, it's her birthday. You probably don't know that. Now, of course, we know that they do know.
Yes, exactly.
And the only thing I hate more than my birthday is surprise parties. And they threw me a surprise party at the office this morning. It was just awful.
Yeah, and you can see Dorothy and Rose are like have a panicked look on their face.
Yes,
you know?
yes.
And it's funny how they do it. Rose is like, did you hear that, Dorothy?
yeah.
Blanche hates parties. Did you hear that, Dorothy? She hates surprise
Because
parties.
it's like, oh my God, is she going to throw us out?
Yeah, exactly.
So now Dorothy is like, okay, you know what? Actually, girl, go take that bath. And you can see the wheels turning in Dorothy's head. Like, you go get in that 400-degree bath on this 800-degree day.
It's freezing.
And we'll get rid of everybody.
Exactly.
But then Sophia enters. And Sophia's like, hey, Blanche. And she's like, what are you doing here? I'm here for your surprise party. So, of course, Sophia's the one to blow the whole thing up.
Exactly. So they're like, oh, I'm sorry. I guess we made a mistake. And so everybody, they want us out. But look, income 10 extras.
Yes, yeah. And it's all men. So
that's right.
This is the day, like Blanche is thinking it's like another surprise party full of people she doesn't want to talk to. But like in from the lanai come all of Blanche's like suitors. She knows them all by name.
That's right. And we find out that Rose has made a mistake.
Roger, Edgar, Bert, Leonard. Well, what are they all doing here?
I invited everybody in your address book.
The little red one by my nightstand?
No, the little black one next to your hot body oil dispenser.
Wait a minute, fellas. Now, no need to rush off like this. It is my birthday. Who wants to be the first one to spank me?
That's Blanche's you-know-what book.
Yes.
The actual address book is the little red one by the other nightstand, right?
And so suddenly Blanche is thrilled at the idea of this party and asks which one of them wants to be the first to spank her.
I mean, get it, Blanche.
I know.
Absolutely.
I just had an image of your dad spanking Sophia Loren.
I don't want to talk about that. How, Jennifer.
No, you can't cut it.
No, Jennifer, cut that out. Except I just want to say, Jennifer, cut that out, knowing she's not going to cut it out. But there is I don't ever want to think about something like that.
Your dad just
stop it.
Get it, Sophia.
No.
Yes, Sophia.
You have to stop right now. I am traumatized. Stop it. Stop it. We're moving on.
Oh, so we're back in the kitchen. We're back in
real
the
time.
Real time.
The three of them are in their usual spots at the table.
Yeah. Oh my God, we only have 2 minutes left. Is Rose going to tell a St. Olaf story? But the oven timer dings. They all jump up to say, we'll get it. And they pull the cake out of the oven and it's a botched cake.
It's flat as a pancake. And, I think it's Rose who says, I think you put too much rum in it. I'm like, no, she put too much baking soda in it or whatever it was.
Exactly, right. She drank the rum, Rose.
If
Where
you
have
put
you
in
been,
too much baking powder, it's not going to work, kid.
No.
But yeah, it wasn't a rum cake. She drank the whole bottle.
So they decide, let's take all, it's too late to fix the cake. Let's just take everything out to the living room. So Sophia and Rose and Dorothy go into the living room first. Blanche follows behind. They turn around and they scream surprise. Now, I was surprised.
Yes. And it was so good when that happened, right?
Yeah.
And, Blanche is like,
my birthday's not till next week.
We know, but you said after the last time we'd never be able to surprise you again.
We figure this is the only way to do it.
Oh, you really did a great job. I don't know what to say.
Say, it's conga time.
And all the men, once again, appear from the lanai. Now, one of these guys, I mentioned this last week, one of the guys in the conga line is the guy who was the doctor that Sophia wanted to set Dorothy up with when the owl thing didn't work out.
Maybe they filmed 2 shows in one day.
Totally, honestly. And I was like, oh, they do that a lot on this day.
Maybe
it's so
they did.
funny.
I would have to tell you, though, I was so uncomfortable watching all of these middle-aged white people doing a conga line. Like, I just can't dance. It's like, you're just terrible.
And my thing is, they made all those men stand out on the lanai for all these hours while they took all these trips down memory lane. You know what I mean? Just to,
No, they're just having a circle jerk out on the lanai.
Oh, my God! You're down with Sophia Loren.
Stop it. All right. I have a ditty for you to end this.
Oh, please.
On the actor who plays Sal.
Oh, yay.
All right. His name is Sid Melton.
Oh.
But he was not born Melton. He was born Sidney Meltzer.
Oh.
On May 22nd, 1917 in Brooklyn. One of 5 children of Isidore and Fanny Meltzer. I love the name Fanny Meltzer.
Yeah, get it, Fanny.
His family was well known among entertainment insiders.
Sorry.
He's miming spanking.
I'm hitting Fanny's Fanny.
Stop it.
Okay, sorry.
All right. So his father, Isidore Meltzer, was a legendary comedian in the Yiddish community.
Oh.
Sid said, quote, "When my father was playing in London, Charlie Chaplin came backstage and wanted to meet him
Wow.
to tell him how much he enjoyed his performance." So the actress who plays young Dorothy Lynn, this is a fabulous actress who didn't achieve the fame of B. Arthur.
Right, yeah.
You know, and I love that. Like, you know, we don't know his father and we know who Charlie Chaplin is.
Right, of
but
course.
Like, he earned the respect of Charlie Chaplin. That happens all the time.
Yeah.
You know, and
Yeah.
I just love that.
Yeah,
So
totally.
Sid made his...
I mean, may I? How many times have I watched the video of Bette Midler on her knees in front of you after your performance?
Thank you.
Telling you what an icon and legend you are.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Appreciate you.
Mm-hmm.
So Sid made his stage debut in the road company of the Broadway play See My Lawyer in 1939. Let's revive that, shall we?
I mean, these titles
See My
are
Lawyer.
so dumb.
See My Lawyer.
It sounds like something that was badly translated. Right? You know what I mean?
And then, with an assist from his screenwriter brother, he broke into motion pictures 2 years later. You know, you never do it alone. Who do you know?
Truly.
So my brother, who's gone, according to Sid, was Louis Meltzer, a wonderful screenplay writer who wrote, I don't know how many movies, he said. His first movie was Golden Boy. He also wrote Rita Hayworth's first starring role, The Lady in Question. Says, my brother had friends in the industry, and one of them was an agent who got me an interview at MGM, and I got the part. In 1941, I did a little one-scene thing with William Powell and Myrna Loy, who were giant stars, called The Shadow of the Thin Man. It was just a couple of days, but I loved working in front of the camera with people like Powell. William Powell was a wonderful actor. I was 20 or 21. Sid got his first Hollywood contract in 1949 with Lippert Pictures, a studio that churned out scores of low-budget movies, most of them made in less than a week. He was the comic relief in dozens of films, including Treasure of Monte Cristo, Mask of the Dragon, and The Lost Continent, in which he played a nebbish eaten by a triceratops. I want to see that. He says, we shot Lost Continent at Sam Goldwyn Studios. The thing that really stunned me was that the set that they built for the climbing the mountain scenes, a wonderful, wonderful set. Yeah. It was about 60 feet high, and they didn't have a net.
Oh my God.
He says that really threw me. I'm like, because it could nearly have killed you.
Of course.
Holy moly.
That's 6 stories that you would fall.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Dead. But anyway, he was best known perhaps for his television career. He was on Captain Midnight, The Danny Thomas Show, and Green Acres. He appeared, like I said, in 8 episodes of The Golden Girls in a recurring role as the deceased husband of Sophia at only 5'3". And he died at age 94 in 2011.
Wow.
Isn't that nice?
What a nice long life, Sal.
Yeah.
Oh, Cheesies, we love you. Thanks for going on this journey with us. Join the Facebook group, Cheesies, Golden Girls Deep Dive Podcast Discussion Group.
And follow us on social media.
Yeah, and make all those fun social media videos that you've been making. Keep them coming. I get such a kick out of it. I love it so much.
You're all so talented.
So talented.
We love you, Cheesecakes.
We love you, Cheesies.
Bye.
Bye.